No.
No.
We're good.
Okay.
And we're back. The Power Hour.
Fantastic.
You want it? You got it. Live read, just me. You wanted this the whole time.
Go. We've been waiting for you to launch the show properly. Go.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. This episode is brought to you by Francis E. Preventure Insurance for auto, home, business, and life. Trust the agency Greater Lowell has counted on for more than 40 years. Francis E. Preventure Insurance. They're our old friends from WCAP.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Good people. Been going 40 years in Lowell. That's good. Here's another one. The Massachusetts Pirates. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, the arena football team.
You?
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm ready.
Let me welcome you two to the show here.
It's the third reincarnation of the Arena Football League.
All right. Well, the Massachusetts Pirates, bringing all the hard-hitting action and excitement of arena football to the Songa Center in Lowell. Get your tickets today by visiting masspirates.football.com. I think we'd go to a game, right?
I plan on going, yeah.
You?
Oh, yeah. I'm going, baby.
I wonder if you can bet on it.
It's professional.
I think maybe we could find a way, one way or the other.
Yeah. Don't touch that cup. Han, it's going to drive him crazy.
I didn't say anything.
You have an issue.
You were about to start tapping that.
You
thing.
have an issue.
Lastly, we've got more. You ever heard of GoPuff?
Go Puff.
I have.
A grocery store right at your fingertips.
Ooh, I was about to make a prediction before you did that. I'm sorry. Go ahead with the read.
Do you mind? This is professional now. I mean,
It is?
we let you sit around, talk. We don't turn the mic on, but we let you hang out with us.
You're being silenced.
I was trying to remember what I said last week, and then I tried to listen again, and I couldn't hear anything.
GoPuff, a grocery store right at your fingertips. Use the promo code Lowell20 to receive $20 off your first order of $21, plus free delivery. Download the GoPuff app or visit gopuff.com today.
It's not just Lowell either.
What do you mean?
I can get it out at Nocho. They can, in North Chelmsford, they'll deliver out there. And they'll do booze, too.
So this place is essentially, if I wanted to get a case of beer and some toothpaste and toilet paper.
Yeah, it's like GG Quick Bites.
2 in the morning, right?
Yeah, 2 in the morning.
Nice. That's good.
So I'm going to download the app, and I'm going to see if we get ice this year, and we go ice fishing, I'm going to see if I can get them to deliver to the ice.
Do you do right at Freeman Pond there, or?
Yeah.
So you go ice fishing out there.
Yep. And I guarantee them.
So it's already good company, no matter what. But the ultimate test is, will they deliver to your little ice hut in the middle of a frozen lake?
I don't use the ice hut. We just stand out there with a barrel fire.
Oh, so how are you going to get they get the delivery guy?
We'll use the address of the house right across the way.
It's a lake.
Nah, we're in a little cove. It'll be fine. I get this all worked out in my head.
So the driver's I'm thinking of the delivery guy here. These are my people.
Well, we'll walk to the car. We're not gonna have them walk on the ice. But like last year,
I think you'd want to walk on the ice.
Last year we ran out of hot dogs, and I had to leave and get ice and beer. Like in the middle of the day.
That's ironic.
What?
You had to go get ice.
I don't for ice fishing. There you go.
See?
This is gonna be a good service.
Just look for the guys fishing on the lake.
I don't know if they can do booze in Lowell though, because I think there's an ordinance where you can't deliver.
Ooh, good question.
Ever since years ago, this guy was delivering booze for Manning's and he got shot. And then
This is like the 80s, right?
Yeah, so they outlawed like beer.
Yeah. I bet you they can. But we'll find out more.
I think Teddy said they couldn't. I'm not sure.
Oh.
$20 off a $21 order.
By the way, just so you know,
how do you miss on that
most
one?
rational human beings don't worry about if they can deliver beer. They think about their actual life and family and kids.
But we'll ask them when we go pick up our check after this.
That's right. All right, good. All right, well, welcome back to the Power Hour. We're going to get some stuff to talk about. Let's start with the migrants coming into the city. Because I was just...
Did you want me to finish my read here?
No, you can do yours
Get
later.
the sponsors out of the way?
We can't do them all at once. Spread it out.
Why not? Let's get our business taken care of, sir.
Vetoed.
Vetoed by who?
Damn it. All right, go ahead. You want to read it?
What, the emperor has spoken over there, man?
I know, right?
What's going on?
I had a plan here. You're ruining it.
You better watch out. He's going to turn your mic down.
All right, Inside Lowell, the Power Hour, brought to you by Washington Savings Bank, serving the greater Lowell community for over 130 years. Make the switch now to Washington Savings Bank. Get over there. Your banking needs, Patch. What do you think about Washington Savings Bank? Fantastic?
I don't use them, but I'm sure they're great.
Well, you're missing out then.
Maybe I'll have
This
to,
is a prime opportunity for them to grab a new customer. Get on it tomorrow.
I'll have to see what their rates
This
are.
guy's pushing hard.
Hey, this is what we're here for. Unicare.
That's what the students say about it.
Go on.
Unicare, offering a variety of plans for people insured under the GIC. At Unicare, your health is their top priority. Boston North Company, offering a wide variety of business solutions to help restaurant and retail clients save money. Boston North.
See, I thought Unicare was a salon for people with unibrows.
Anthony Davis is in the world?
Davis, yeah, he's the big
He's the most
spokesman.
famous.
He's Unicare. He can trim it up.
He's giving Frida Kahlo a run for her money.
Well,
one more, by the way.
Oh, you got another one?
Well, you know, sometimes people are cold in the winter. So, Mahoney Oil Company, providing
them we
warmth
know.
Classic
and
Lowell company.
protection to families in Greater Lowell and Southern New Hampshire since 1925. That's Mahoney Oil.
All right, not bad. I give him an 8.5 out of 10.
He's very enthusiastic.
I think he's our new official reader.
Yeah.
For the record, all these great sponsors of Inside Lowell, they don't actually sponsor us, but
They sponsor Inside.
we appreciate it. All right, the migrants.
Did they arrive? Was it yesterday? Or
Wait,
today?
I
A
have
couple
a
days
question.
ago.
Technically, I don't think they're migrants. I think they're asylum seekers.
Well, it's interesting you say that because we might get deep into the weeds in a second here.
Good question.
All right.
So there are.
Wait, I thought we were
and
doing, doing predictions tonight.
we can do that too. We'll mix it all in.
See, he tells us to prepare something.
I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot. I mean, I wrote down predictions. We'll do predictions. We'll spread them in as we go. It doesn't matter.
I'm
It's
not
all
doing a show
recorded.
prep anymore.
This is 2 weeks.
Anymore.
I spent all day on my
I know, it's amazing. All this time I looked up.
Yep. No, we're gonna go story prediction, bing bang boom.
I found a commodity I think is going to get hot this year.
Oh, here he goes again. Something no one's ever heard of.
Clearly,
This wallpaper company in Ohio.
the Emperor of the
Wally's wallpaper.
Batch. This is 2 weeks in a row. The Emperor of the Power Hour just decided prediction show what?
I know. It's just, you just never know.
He just like spits on our
You want to
idea.
force me to sit here and do all the work? You're gonna get Emperor me.
Reminds me of
Napoleon me.
George Orwell in 1984. Like, what's one way the next day is gone the next.
So 80, I think migrants moved in.
80.
I
I don't
believe.
think they're migrants, though.
All right, what happened? Whatever they're called, illegal immigrants.
Migrants implies that they're going to move on.
Well, yeah, we shall see. But
these
the
are
big question is,
asylum
okay,
seekers,
now
right?
they're here. What do you do? And we're about to find out a lot of things. How's the
I know what you do.
Food
You
situation.
don't go over the bridge.
Oh, you stay on the other side?
No, I'm just kidding. Good, nice people.
Actually, we're the opposite. We grew up in the Acre and Lower Highlands, so we,
No, I meant,
Anyone on the-
I meant the little bridge.
oh, all right, good. I thought you meant the Merrimack, because like for us, that was like a distant relative. If you had to go over the bridge, I'll see you next
The
Christmas.
good thing though is that I will say this, that the good thing about this is all the people have been vetted. They've had Cory checks run. We know what their histories are, so there's no.
You don't know I'm going to stay, but you're actually queuing me up perfectly. So nice. This is why we're a team here. So before we get to that part
Sure,
of the
there'll be
story,
no
let's start with the kids because you got schools. I hear busing might be an issue in Hot Topic in Lowell. What's the bus counselor's name?
John Dakota.
John Dakota.
The Honorable John Dakota.
The brilliant John Dakota.
Yes.
So he's been in the news a
The
lot. with-
invaluable John Dakota.
The overlooked often.
yes. Undervalued.
saying for the first week, he was-
Called the non-professional once, but he's the most professional over there.
oh, that was the best in 2017. Was it
Yeah.
2017? They said, listen, they gave every issue under the sun why you couldn't put a high school in Cawley. And they were kind of running out of options besides saying the actual truth. They just don't want it in their neighborhood. But at a point where it's like, we can't do this anyways with the busing. We just couldn't do it. And he just stepped forward and said, I've got no opinion, but I've got a whole plan here. And you
Yeah.
can do it easily and save $1 million a year.
Yeah.
And they're like, shut up, idiot.
Well, and the worst thing about that is,
Who asked you?
Silence him.
and the worst thing about that is,
You had a plan that did it and saved money. They're like, get lost.
Save $1 million.
and this guy is so underappreciated, right? The last time he left, he went to a private company for a little while. And when he left, basically the school department just soiled themselves until he came back. And then even after that, they still don't give him the credit that he deserves. I think he was very overlooked.
Yeah, no, he made a lot of news this first week just because with the school committee and everything else, because they've got to replace his position, right? He's like really important.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people in the school department that aren't really important. He's, yeah. Han, it happened.
I feel like
Usually it's 2 versus 1.
I know, we're on the
this could be a good year for me and you, Bash. Let's bring back the old days, Bash. But he actually is important. So he made a lot of news. Getting back to the migrants.
Wait, what was the news he was making?
Well, he got sworn to the council, which means you can't work with two entities, and then.
But he's retiring, so.
But he was going to retire and then
he's going to be a consultant.
consultant for whatever it was.
500 hours
So
the
yes,
rest of this year.
Either way,
at a rate of somewhere between $100
the larger
and $200
point is
an
that
hour, which
he gets
deserves.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
The bigger point is that transportation and kids in the city was kind of a story this week because of him. And now I believe there's 18 school-age kids. This is the word on the street I'm hearing.
Oh, that's not that bad.
This is the first batch that came in. No pun intended. There's, I think about 80. I'm not sure if the number, I don't see how they could fit 800 people in that hotel. It just doesn't seem.
Yeah, 4 per room.
I don't even remember how many rooms.
It was over 200.
Over 200.
Going back to my room service
So you're
days.
thinking 5 people
I've
a
seen
room?
them all.
Yeah, it's at least 4 people per room.
Because weren't they using the number of around
It's only
1,000?
2 beds.
They don't need beds. I mean, they don't need like they don't each need a bed. They'll probably double up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait. There's 7. All right. So this is what I'm hearing. This is not facts at all. This is just rumor. But sometimes rumors come true. There's about 18 kids. 17 of them are currently in schools in Billerica.
Oh, God help them.
And I think they might be.
Oh, is that why there was a work boot drive?
Teach you how to play Keno right now.
Hang on, my first prediction is to buy Timberland stock in Billerica.
That would been, you would be a billionaire by now.
Can you imagine these poor kids are coming from Haiti? They come here in the middle of winter.
And they're in Billerica. Well, they've already been here. They're here. Like they've been in the state. They've been going to schools in Billerica.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So they're moving from hotels. I don't know if they're in or near Billerica, but they're part of Billerica Public Schools. 18 kids coming. I believe they said 17 of them. No, not they. This is what I'm hearing. They want to stay in Billerica schools.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Why do you want them?
Sure. So now it's brought me to the point of the John Dakota. So it's like they got rid of the school guy, the bus guy. Well, they're losing him. You got to figure out a way to get these kids to Billerica, to their schools.
Have Brooke pick them up.
I doubt it. And then who pays for it?
Have the state pay for it.
Well, they have cost.
You are just solving problems like it's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, that's
So
not.
it depends who, like, there's a weird thing to it. Like, when did you move to the town as far as who's responsible to paying? You know, but generally speaking, if a kid moves to another town, then you know that town would become responsible for that kid.
Wait,
But now we're in.
But like Lowell will have kids who live in Methuen, let's say.
Yep.
And Lowell has to still take care of their transportation.
that's bullshit.
Well, it depends on the placement. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a program or something like that. So there are things that make sense. What I don't like is the kid whose parents move to Lowell for like a week right before school starts. The kid is a special, let's say a super special needs kid who has to go to a really expensive school that costs like 80 grand or 100 grand a year. That kid probably has never stepped foot in Lowell, and all of a sudden Lowell's paying 100 grand a year to educate.
See, this is what's messed
Stuff
up.
like that is what you got to vet a little bit.
So
Say, hey, what's
every there's 300 and something towns in Massachusetts, right?
According to my Keno screen, yes, 351.
There's 200
Something like that.
There's 200 and something school districts, right? So that's 200 and something overpaid superintendents. And so,
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I mean, if you think about this, right? We act like regional school districts sometimes, but then other times we want to be like all keep it in the town.
Yep.
Make it all regional. Get rid of these little school committees and these superintendents and just regionalize this crap.
Even like Lowell, like cities.
Yeah. You'd have like Lowell, break it, whatever, Chelsea, make it regional, man.
The folk makes it work, but every once in a while you get into issues like that with money and
Think about it. There's a
percentages and all that.
superintendent in Drake it. Do you really need a superintendent in Drake it?
Yes.
For like what? Like a bunch of kids that, I mean, there's like 3 elementary schools, whatever it is. Like this kind of thing, like inter-district stuff. I mean, just get rid of it, man.
Right. Well, we'll see. We were waiting on when some were going to move in. Some have moved in. Some of the kids go to school in Billerica. How they going to get? Like I'm saying, whose actual bus? Is it a Lowell bus? Is it a Billerica bus? Who pays for it?
Well, who's paying for the hotel?
The state.
The state should pay for the trip, the bus trip.
Makes sense. And again, whose bus?
I don't care. Whoever wants, sub it out. But it
I'm
shouldn't
just saying that guy John Dakota needs to maybe come out of retirement. Like they might need him.
He's going to stay. I mean, they're just talking about how much.
Okay, right.
Yeah, like I think it's kind of a done deal.
But he's going to have to coordinate it with the Billerica. Like, is it like we'll drive you there and you drive him back? It's going to have to be.
Don't worry about it. They have that all ironed out.
All right. And just
Don't
know
worry about it.
This is a real rumor. There's one kid that is currently somewhere in the Cape in a hotel, Cape Cod.
Oh, come on.
Ready for it, Batch? The kid wants to stay in that school.
You know what? No.
Yeah.
I know, right? But this is not a joke. Someone whose family came here illegally and broke the federal law is being put up in a hotel and being educated at a school in the Cape. They're moving them because of whatever reason into Lowell, and their family's saying, we want him to still go to school.
What is wrong?
That's a 2-hour drive without traffic. So, yeah, that's where we're
It's
at.
just asinine.
Give me a prediction. Let's go around the room.
Just out of the blue sky.
Yes, that's how we're doing it. The Emperor has spoken.
All right, real quick, I'm going to pick the Niners to win the Super Bowl easy, and I'm also going to take the Ravens to lose in the first round of the playoffs. And I think that they're probably the most trendy pick.
Just to be clear, they have a bye.
Well, okay, their first game.
We like to be thorough here on the Power
Okay,
Hour.
so they are going to lose their first game of the playoffs. That's where I'm going to go with. I'm taking the points against the Ravens in round one. Probably take the money line as well, and then I do like the Niners, in spite of the clear and obvious deficiencies of their coach Kyle Shanahan, who cannot win a big game. But
Are you predicting his dad comes back again?
I wanted to predict that, but because it didn't happen last year, I'm going to guess it won't happen
Oh,
this
it'd be
year.
great when it happens.
By the way, this is a different Kyle Shanahan than Lowell's Kyle Shanahan, son of Dan Shanahan.
Oh, is that his
Yeah.
dad's Dan's son? He's an athlete. He's a football, isn't he? Or a lacrosse or something?
Yeah, he was a good.
Looked like a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
But if somehow Kyle Shanahan could find himself injured or something right before the Super Bowl and his father had to step in and take
Yep.
over for him, it would be phenomenal. That team would just roll,
Excellent.
crush. And
And that's that.
that's that.
Good. What you got?
Ethiopia invades Djibouti.
Listen, I like the prediction, but you got to get your.
I don't know how to say it right, but you know what I'm talking about. The
It's
little.
actually Somalia that you're trying to think of.
No. There's the little country in between.
You're thinking of the name of the actual port.
There's a little country in between Somalia and.
It's called Somaliland.
No, between.
Are you talking about access to the port?
Yes, but there's a country in between Eritrea or whatever it is.
Eritrea?
Yeah, in Somalia, there's a little country there. That's what they're going to invade.
All right, we'll look on the map, but I'm pretty sure it's a straight shot from Ethiopia into something called Somaliland.
You're
Somaliland,
missing a whole country.
Somaliland has the port. I could be, it's possible. But just so you know, just because it's part of your prediction, we like world affairs here. I've done some serious research on this since you mentioned it a month ago. So Somaliland broke off from Somalia. Somalia still claims that territory. Somaliland says, no, we're a breakaway republic, whatever. 1991. Somaliland has different leadership, which is sort of an illegal government, but they made a deal with Ethiopia saying, oh yeah, come on in. You can have access to our port. In return, they're going to own a portion of like Ethiopia's airline, whatever. They made a deal. The Somali actual government's like, what are you doing? You don't own this. This is our country and all that. So Ethiopia could be in an armed conflict.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. All right, hold on. I got to look. I think the name that you're saying is not a country. It's the actual port.
There's a country. It's not.
So have you looked this up or are you just kind of winging it a little bit?
I looked it up. I mean, well, I've been following it for a little while.
Maybe Teddy can get a sponsorship from National Geographic, and you guys don't have to argue about African geography during our.
I will
predictions.
argue about African geography till all day. All right, ready? Hold on. Go to the map.
So
Sorry.
the viewers are like absolutely loving you scrolling through your map on your phone.
It goes Ethiopia straight to. Oh, there is a Djibouti,
Yeah.
but the port is in Somaliland.
Djibouti is but there's a port in there too. That's the area that they're gonna go into.
Djibouti, booty, booty, rocket everywhere. All right. My prediction. All right.
Okay.
So that's Ethiopia will
Yeah.
have an armed conflict
Very
with Djibouti.
very large army in Africa.
I didn't know Djibouti. It's actually in a very interesting spot. If I wasn't doing a podcast right now, I'd dig deeper into this.
It's a great spot.
Look at that. Right in the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the Red Sea, get you up the Suez
why
Canal.
it's-
All right, don't get me
prime
excited.
spot.
Kylian Mbappe will sign with.
Saudi League.
You don't follow soccer.
I have no idea who that. I don't follow the.
He's probably the best soccer player in the world.
I only follow the major sports.
Is he the best soccer player in the world?
I would say yes to that. I think
Him
he's
and-
the best.
Him and Jude Bellingham. Like, they're both the 1 and 2.
I'm not prepared to put Jude Bellingham in that.
Jude Bellingham's spectacular. Either way.
This guy
Mbappe,
He's not as
Does he
good.
play cricket?
Yeah.
come on. He's part of the French song we used to play on the radio.
Oh God, that was terrible.
That song's great.
Gotch, do you remember the prolific career of Jude Bellingham in the World Cup at all?
Jude Bellingham's 20 years old.
What's Mbappe? 23?
Yeah.
And he's got 2 World Cup championships already? Or
One.
Only one?
Only one. He lost them, has he?
Oh, he lost to Messi. That's right.
Stepped me. I just got beat down with Djibouti. I'm not losing 2 in a row here.
So
By the way, this just supports your theory that I know the most weird things. I have no idea
Yes.
about. And then this things it's just
But
out of blue.
it's just weird. I don't see why they would fight that country just because the port is there, but who cares? Eh?
No, it's because it's a great because nobody gives a shit about it.
It's a good place to take over.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree. All right.
there's usually no fighting in Africa. I can't believe they're gonna.
It'd be like Connecticut. Like if New York,
Africa's horrible right now. Like there's
No,
thing.
my point.
It's always had rough. Right now, there are Muslim, Islamic, like hardcore terrorist they are just slaughtering Christians in like big
yeah, but they're
countries.
usually
like-
peaceful, very peaceful.
Yeah, things have really taken a nosedive. I mean, no, I think like Nigeria is a legit country. 200 Christians just slaughtered a couple days ago.
They just keep there's so many people there. They're gonna be like they're already overpopulated. There's like hundreds and hundreds of millions of people in Nigeria. I don't know how they're gonna keep that thing afloat.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Well, Mbappe will sign with Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Dark horse. It's not on anyone's radar. And this is where it gets good. For Liverpool,
This is where it gets good.
Well, no, for Liverpool to sign Mbappe,
Can I ask a quick
it's gonna be
question? on
the
this?
biggest contract.
Does John Henry still own?
That's what I'm getting at here.
Oh, okay.
The Fenway
right,
Sports Group.
now I'm interested
The
in this.
Fenway Sports Group. The Red Sox won't sign anybody, and they won't spend any money. Right? In 5 months, they're going to give the largest. Well, the Saudis don't count. That's like fake money. The largest contract in the history of England soccer, if Liverpool signs Mbappe, would be that, and the Red Sox fans are going to lose their mind.
Yeah, because
They are going to lose.
Yeah,
it. John Henry, the Fenway Sports Group, they're not doing anything for the Red Sox, and they go out and sign Mbappe.
Liverpool's kind of sneaky on top of the table, aren't they?
They are. They're having a good year.
I haven't been. They still own the Penguins. Does the Fenway Group still own them, or do they sell the Penguins?
Yeah, they do, but it's like no one cares. It's like, remember Lemieux was on the team and he owned it because they couldn't pay his salary?
Oh,
At one-
really?
yeah. Late in Mario Lemieux's career, they wanted to pay him, but they didn't have any money, and they're like, here, just own part of the team.
Well, a lot of valuable real estate there in Pittsburgh.
Nice. Oh, local news. We got to say, forgot, Danny Rourke, new mayor. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's obviously relative of ours. So, is this a speech?
I think so.
You are just. That is good. We will get some good sound bites. I promise you that. But honestly, sincerely, congratulations. I'm sure parents, Jack and Patty, are proud. Grandparents, Ed, Casey, our man, and Casey, awesome.
But he's not the first.
Paul Rourke, and what was
Bobcat?
Danny's? What was his grandmother's name? I'm naming grandparents here.
Oh, talking about Paul and Peggy.
Yes, I'm talking about Paul and Peggy.
Is he the
You knew
fir-
them, did you not?
Is this the first one in the family to be mayor? Like,
So
was
Paul,
there
I thought you were
one-
going through brothers. I'm like,
Yeah. Yes, I think so. My mother used to mention our family gets weird.
Yeah, no shit. I'm better the parties. Especially after about 5 o'clock. Usually after you leave.
Somehow
It's weird.
the Gearys are related to us. I think there was a Geary that was the mayor. The
Yeah, well, I
Gearys
think that's
are related to my grandmother, our grandmother. So I don't know, but it's like, again, you've gotten to the point now, so many generations away. My mother would, this one was, I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know any of these
So you
people.
guys,
are.
like, when you were in high school, did you guys have to make sure you weren't cousins with girls before you made out with them?
Actually, a couple of close calls. Well, that's the thing about the acre. You had some weird ones. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's
well.
like, because you got like step siblings, and
Yeah.
then, you know what I mean?
Well, that doesn't count.
Get some adopted in there.
By the way, I think this is my prediction. Danny's going to be the last mayor elected this way.
Oh, because they'll put it on the ballot.
Yeah, or a
He
strong.
should be, because
I think they're going to do something with the, like, I know they're going to stop pushing for the strong mayor thing, because I think that's why the Belvedere wants to get control back that way.
I
But
half agree with you. I don't think they'll do the strong mayor thing, but they will
Maybe
do
not
it
this
on the
time.
ballot.
Yeah,
Like, it'll
it's
be a
gonna-
different way of doing it.
yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last guy to get, or the last person to get elected. Like,
so you think
like
the
this.
entire form of government's going to change?
I think so. Maybe not next year, but I think it's coming, and I think he might be like they might do something different for the mayor by next year. I bet.
I think that, yes. I think it's going to stay. Remember, it's a federal lawsuit, so to change it, you have to go back to the federal court.
What, ask those 3 people?
Can I bet
I
a
think it's
nice
down to-
Guinness
I think it's down
that
to
this won't
1.
happen?
Huh?
We should have a wager on this.
That it won't happen.
It won't. The mayor thing could happen, but here's the thing.
I don't think it'll happen next
It's
year.
like everything we talk about. How do you censor a a council? How do you get rid of one? How do you do the mayor? All these thoughts that everyone knows you have to solve. They got to get the punt team off the field because Lowell that's the best punting unit in all of politics.
As much as it pains me to agree with them, I think Jack's idea of changing the name of mayor could have some traction.
Change the name of mayor. Is this like
you call it head of the board or something?
That seems very useless. Why? What's the purpose of that?
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Because there's so much.
Is that like owners of basketball teams and now governors?
Well, because there's so much acrimony. Now there wasn't any this time around, but like sometimes the mayor thing gets pretty acrimonious and it causes a lot of bad feelings and this and that, and it's kind of just
Yes, it does.
but it's just like a ceremonial position, so you get rid of the name and it loses all its juice.
Well, no, the solution is put it on the ballot. If you want to run citywide and be mayor,
No, I have no issue with the way it is now. I think it's fine. I mean,
I think it's fine now, but I think
they handled it
think
well.
putting it-
They handled it great this time around. They got it all done the night of. I think the night of the election.
yes. Yeah, either way, congratulations to Danny.
Yeah.
I typically, speak for myself, don't talk about him because it's a relative and he's close. So if he does something bad, I'm not going to come on here and rip him too hard. So which means if he does something good, I just kind of don't talk about
So
it.
you see, the first meeting was over in 32 minutes.
He was quick. He was very quick. But when you become mayor, you get the props.
No, we just gotta
congratulations to him and his family.
If we can get Danny,
Mostly me.
If Danny can just talk the way he normally does and have Tippa start doing his auctioneer thing, those things will be over in no time.
Did you watch the first meeting? It was quick.
No, I
to the
didn't watch
point where I would say you could slow down a little. But most people
we'll
would
have some
disagree.
fun with this.
Oh, yes, we will.
All right.
Oh,
Congratulations.
all the council meetings are on YouTube. You can go back and watch them and rewind it. So
yeah.
there is.
Yeah, you can watch them. Like I can watch in chunks. Just go through the website.
Excellent. All right. How many predictions do you guys have? Like a lot?
I had a couple more.
As many as you need.
Huh?
Give me one. I want to look something up while you do it. I've got some news headlines.
Oh,
too.
I think
We're all over the place tonight.
I think the
and that's
Patriots are
okay.
going to trade out of that pick.
Okay, I actually want that to happen.
Me too.
And I also want them to pick up Penix, the kid from Washington, who will be playing on Monday night.
In the second round, or?
If they get him in the second round, all the better. I mean, and I think that would jive with Belichick's methodology as well, because he never likes to use a top pick on anything.
That's
right?
if he. I kind of feel like he's not going to go anywhere.
Can we move up actually in our draft spot? I didn't really pay any attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
yes.
they currently slotted for like 3 spot or something?
They can be
They're
they can finish
anywhere
it
between
2 and 7, I think.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Two
It
and
could be
five.
7.
Yeah.
They don't want to win.
So they
and they're
should
gonna win.
lose, although they're going to go out and try, right?
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Did you guys get your most recent booster shots yet?
Well, that's one of my predictions. You want me to get into that now?
I did.
Since you
I
asked?
got my booster the other day.
Go on.
B12 baby.
Oh, Roger Clemens style?
All right.
That was Roger Clemens' defense.
I did So my friend, she was doing a pop-up thing like for one of the jobs she has, and so I was just in the area. I just stopped by they do like the Botox and all that other crap, and they have I had a little bit of a hangover, and they had they do the IV things there, so I was gonna get that, but they were almost done. She's like, "We'll just give you a B12," and so
You're like one of these tech billionaires, like trying to be younger.
well, no, I'm like, I'll try it.
Did you get a
know?
blood transfusion too?
No, but I got the B12 shot. I felt great.
So you went to the beauty salon where they do injections and shit?
Yeah, I was curious. I wanted to see what.
Respectfully, did they shoot it in your ass?
No, right, my arm.
Oh, that's what Clemens. He was taking steroids, but he said it was B12.
Hang on a minute. Do you have any proof of this?
Yeah, the guy who literally shot it in his ass.
Mac,
But I got it.
the known.
Oh, good call.
But no,
good dig.
But here's the
I
thing.
was trying. I couldn't get that name.
Wasn't McNamee full of shit?
They all were.
Well,
But you got to be.
hang on a minute, because who else says the Clemens was on roids other than McNamee?
Oh, come on, he was.
I don't know. Just he's a 42-year-old winning the Cy
Do
Young.
you remember that Canseco came out
Yes.
and Canseco's like, Clemens is the only guy who's not taking steroids back in the day?
You really think it's from him?
Maybe
putting
it
his-
changed. Maybe it
putting his
changed.
hand in the
I'm saying
rice.
It could have.
A guy who was his personal assistant went before a judge under oath and said, I injected it into his ass.
He's a lying scumbag.
Why would he lie about that?
Come on, Clemens.
he was using the leverage to get out of a jam.
Okay.
No, Clemens just.
Boy. You really don't think Roger Clemens took steroids?
I don't know that he did.
This isn't
There's only one guy who said that he did.
2004 WEI. By the way, Odyssey.
I will say this: 90%
I
of
just
players.
used that.
back
Wait,
then
on the B12 thing, though, I will say, before you go out drinking, if you get a B12 shot, you feel great the next day.
All
Do
right.
they have NAD plus there? Because that's what I want.
D plus?
NAD plus.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. It's
I thought you were talking
it's
about
like
my-
an IV thing you would get, but it's
Oh yeah, they have
pricey.
those. Yeah, you can get those.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that cup right there.
But the whole menu of like the stuff you can get, it's kind of cool. I thought it was just for chicks, but some of it was actually like would work for old ass mofos like me. It's kind of cool.
So we'll go puff, show up on the ice, and give you a B12 shot.
No, but Lindsay might.
You know, Batch, we're gonna have to go get a pedicure after this.
My buddy Paco gets them once a year.
Salon guy.
Yeah.
So before I get to the booster, yeah, Odyssey. We talked about it before. Last year's prediction, they'd go bankrupt. 3 days ago, it was announced that Odyssey is preparing to go bankrupt in the next 10 days.
Is that different than?
Like, I think, did they do it just to spite me?
Yeah, are you trying to like backdoor a win here?
Nope.
Prediction? No.
No, just announcing it. WEI's parent company is about to go under.
Yeah.
And another interesting thing, with going back to our conversation from the last show, we talked about how they have the rights to the Red Sox broadcasts.
Yeah.
And they paid millions of dollars. Who would even want that for $1 at this point, legitimately?
Wait, these are them, right? That's Odyssey.
Yes, huge company, monster company.
They got all the.
So
they got a lot of- they had
out of
Disney
nowhere,
podcasts.
2 days ago, they posted a job opening, Red Sox play-by-play guy.
Oh really?
So there's Joe Castiglione is the.
I was just saying they're not getting rid of Joe, are they?
So you want the help wanted? I actually got it here.
Help wanted.
Here we go. Very small writing, and I got dry mouth, so bear with me
I
here.
bet Callie would love that job.
Oh God.
Odyssey Boston's WEEI is seeking a major league play-by-play analyst announcer to broadcast during the 2024 Red Sox season. If you have experience and expertise in describing baseball action on the radio, to go along with an engaging personality, you could be the perfect match to call games alongside Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione in the Red Sox booth this year.
You know who?
Is that not weird? Like, that used to be a prized spot
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah, they
McDonough wanted bad, or he wanted the TV.
No, that was
one.
the TV. The
But
TV one.
but like
I know what you're saying though.
Lou Merlone,
They're
would want it.
choosing somebody behind closed doors. They like.
It's the opposite though. They're about to file for bankruptcy and they can't afford to pay anybody.
You know who's pretty good? It was a good play-by-play.
They're-
Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson is good at play-by.
Yeah.
He's very good at hockey. I've heard.
He's good. He's been good on
But is he good at
sports,
baseball?
I don't think I've ever. I haven't listened to baseball in years. I haven't watched baseball in years.
They the guy they had last season sucked.
So he must be the one that get
He was terrible.
super boring, right?
Yeah, because I like listening to baseball on the radio. Like
You just get- I was gonna say get older by the day,
Driving around in
but,
the summer,
like you are like you're like
Yeah.
doubling. You're one of those weird
what like
getting older too fast.
opposite Benjamin Button.
Yeah, that Polish Benjamin Button. But again, that was a prize spot, and I'm not certain of this, but I swear there was something on it where it said entry level position.
Oh God, really?
So it's like they are going to hire some. I'm not hating on Alex Lebowitz, who we love from WCAP. He's out of the
No,
business.
they should hire.
Who's that?
They should hire the other Alex.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying,
Angry Alex?
young
Oh, he was
Alex.
great. I used to love Angry Alex.
Angry Alex was definitely not boring. But Alex Lebowitz, I think he's gonna be a lawyer now, so he's gone. But someone like him when he was just getting out of college,
Yeah.
him and his buddies, they might hire someone like that for the Red Sox job.
Just some.
Yeah, but at the same time, they can't give anyone a ton of money because they're going bankrupt,
Right.
and they can't give anyone a long-term extension like deal because I think the rights are up after this year, and Odyssey can't afford to get it.
My, how they have fallen.
Like and if the Sports Hub doesn't want the Red Sox baseball, which they shouldn't, no one's going to take it. No one's going to pay for that.
It's gonna be on 980.
No, I'm saying the sport. WCAP. With the word IOU.
That's a called WIOU.
So yeah, that's all right. Which is weird. That's those two interesting stories.
You know-
We talked about it last show, and they both popped up.
By the way, this is no bullshit either. But have you listened to? If you ever have a chance, listen to the UMass Lowell games, the broadcast. Jimmy Baradoka does a really good job.
He's the announcer.
Yeah, he does a really good job. And the
Was he
teams-
your year?
Yeah, he's
Excellent
good for
basketball
him,
player.
though. He's putting in some time into that.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean.
he's good. And the team's
He was a good
really,
player in high school.
The team's really good too, by the way.
Yeah.
UMass Lowell? Yeah, they're going to be in the NCAA tournament soon, the next couple of years,
They
right?
might. They
I
could go
think
this year.
year would be their year, right? Well, I mean, they think they got a good chance.
Yeah, if they win their conference, they go to the big dance.
I thought they were going to make it last year. I thought they could beat Vermont.
Yeah,
They made it to the final game, right?
Yeah, I just
they
think
made it to
that
the conference final and lost, but that's the only way they'll get in. But I think they've only got like 4 losses so far, and they've had some big wins.
Sometimes you see this in a basketball game where a team just seeming willingly will play the other team's style, and I feel like they did that in that game.
Oh, yeah?
That's exactly what happened.
They got off of their game a little bit, played the style of Vermont, and Vermont just kind of was just better at that particular.
Did you come out with
brand
us
of
to watch that?
basketball.
We watched it. The Portuguese place.
I don't think so.
No,
I think I watched it on my own because I was pretty angry.
Does Teddy still have that intern? Remember he had like an intern following it, going into the tournament last year. There's a UMass Lowell girl that was doing write-ups. It was pretty good.
really?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
Here.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, it was someone doing write-ups for the UMass Lowell games as they got hot going into that conference
Oh, I
tournament.
didn't remember that.
Yeah, no, I think that team could make a splash.
All right, do you know what XBB.1.5 Omicron is?
Oh God.
Well, it sounds like a future variant. to me.
But
Nope, that's a past variant, okay?
Variant. Oh,
So here's the full reading. According to the most recent CDC estimate, the XB 1.5 Omicron variant, which the new booster is formulated to prevent, is in circulation. What percentage do you think they're at now? So they made this booster. I butchered that, I understand. This booster is made for that variant.
okay, what percentage?
And again,
of what?
you always get a new version of it that keeps
yeah,
popping
we're
up.
on Jan.
All right.
Whatever it
So
is,
now,
right?
if I
Jan
went to get the
1.4.
brand new booster for this variant,
Yeah.
what percentage of the COVID cases still have it?
0,
Flat zero.
just around 0.
What do you say?
I don't know, less than 1%.
Zero is the correct answer. Good job.
Yeah.
Really?
The new
how it
booster
works.
is made for something that doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Congratulations. Make sure you get it. Vaxxed and boosted.
Well, speaking of vaccines and heavy metal, that's my commodities choice of the year.
Oh, go on.
Palladium.
Palladium. That's a good station on Sirius. Makes sense. A good band too, right?
So it's one
Or
of
is it a venue? The Palladium.
I think Palladium sounds more like a venue.
It was like a place in like Cambridge or something.
It's one of the heavy metals.
can't
It's,
remember what it was.
it's one of the heavy metals in the platinum family, and it's used in catalytic converters. And so up until a couple of years ago,
Go on. I like
it
where
was
you're going.
really- I think it was the beginning of last year or a little before that. It took a nosedive, and usually, if you look, the commodities they take a nosedive and they come back up again. So I think that's going to be a hot one this year, and it's at an affordable price now, and it's gonna go up. That's my pick.
Nosedive, like Boeing stock when those planes were crashing.
Yeah. So oh, that's my other prediction.
Well, that same plane. I won't fly on that plane.
Yeah.
I
scary.
legitimately won't. The 737 Max.
Yeah.
So they grounded them years ago.
Put them back into circulation, didn't
Yeah. And you see what happened?
they? No, did
That plane-
another one crashed? Another one?
No.
No, it
the
lost,
window blew out in the middle of the flight, the whole panel.
Oh, jeez.
You haven't seen the pictures?
I don't remember that story.
It was an Alaskan airline. It happened like 48 hours ago. Now they've grounded that entire fleet of planes again.
Again?
Yes.
Imagine being a
I told my wife, I said, don't ever buy me a ticket. I'm never flying on that.
Now, did you guys see why that happened? Like
The
why
original one? It was just
why-
like a-
So there was a bunch of plane crashes, but it was just a software thing.
Yes.
So like the
But
plane
terrifying.
at takeoff, if it's not going fast enough, well, theoretical fast enough,
Kicks into dove
it
and,
kicks into nosedive
mode.
to pick up speed.
Yes.
So that you can glide if you were like lost power or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like,
And not only that, mid-flight it would do it sometimes. It would just happen. Like, okay.
Yeah, but when do you
nosedive.
think the last U.S. commercial disaster was, though?
U.S.?
Yeah.
It's been a while. Because I remember Trump was bragging about it. Like there was none during his time. Like he had something to do with it.
2009.
2009, huh?
That I kind of I don't want to make it a prediction, but
No, don't do it. No,
but
no.
It's been a while.
Okay, gotcha. You want a couple random headlines without the actual stories?
Yeah.
This is a new segment, by the way. Brought to you by Boston
Palladium.
North Company.
By the Palladium.
That's right.
Wait, you got to look up
Blink
the,
182 will be
you
there
know what?
next week.
You got to look up the price today, and we'll see. We'll compare it to next.
I will.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. What was it again? You're doing palladium. You're investing in raw palladium futures.
Yes,
Buying, not selling.
buying.
Got it. Quincy man facing animal cruelty charges after trying to set a raccoon on fire. It's a weird one.
Honestly, I don't know what happened, but it's probably justified. Those things are dangerous.
You get arrested though. So someone thought it wasn't
Did you
just.
see the friggin' a-hole in Lowell?
Oh, the dog kicker?
Yeah, she kicked a puppy.
Yeah, I heard about
It was
that.
brutal.
I didn't actually see it.
Was it her dog?
I heard
Yeah, she came home drunk, and the little puppy runs up to her like, "Oh, I'm a puppy," and she just booted the thing.
like puppy
How
love.
was it, like recorded or something? Like, how do you?
Yeah.
It's not a
it's on-
security cam. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
They arrested her.
What an asshole.
I know. Now the dog's going into adoption and everything. They're gonna rename it Pele, but it's just it's just
Punty.
they're gonna name it Trey for 3 points. No, it's a sad thing. It was just
Yeah, that's awful.
it is awful.
Georgia man burned over 75% of his body opening a bag of chips with a lighter. That's a weird one.
I can see that happening. You can start a fire with Doritos.
You can?
Yeah.
What, like sprinkle in the dust?
No, you just take
Like
a
a chemical
Dorito. You
weapon?
take a Dorito
they're all
and you use a
chemical.
lighter, and it'll light right up. I've done it multiple times. It's a great fire starter.
I've never done this. But have you ever eaten Cool Ranch Doritos and like picked your nose by mistake? It's like
Well, I went.
We're heading in a very odd direction. I took a,
it burns.
hang on.
It burns bad.
Remember last week he's had like all these stories from the urination section. Oh yeah. And now he's grabbing stories from the nose picking section.
No.
What? Where do you do?
Could you pay attention to the show? That was actually back-to-back fire show, right? Fire on the right, lighting the raccoon on fire.
Yep.
And then a bag of chips lighting
Yep.
the guy on fire. That's this week's trend. Follow along, please.
I will say
I'll
this.
kill your mic right now.
I was cutting up hot peppers once, and then I had to pee.
Yeah. Or onion.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yes. How about onions? So you chop onions and you like rub your eye or something.
Yeah, that sucks.
Pick your nose.
Batch had a good Ring of Fire story. We'll probably get into that some.
There's definitely someone watching this show that ate Cool Ranch Doritos and picked their nose by accident, and it didn't go well. Alabama
Let
man.
me see this for later.
Alabama man crashes into pole, gets naked, runs into a Bass Pro Shop, jumps into their aquarium, and then knocks himself unconscious as police arrive. Have you seen the video of this?
No. This
The video is out.
absolute gold.
I just love the headline.
How do you know the person you ran into was Polish?
Good point. So, yes, there is a video. It's all over the internet. I'll show it to you guys after the show.
All right.
I've never been in a Bass Pro Shop. Have you?
Oh yeah.
Is the aquarium-
It's awesome.
Is the aquarium
pretty cool.
huge?
Yeah, you're a fisherman. You must love it.
Well, it kind of goes back to something I've always wanted to do, and I don't think I could get away with it. I've always wanted to walk into the aquarium with my fishing rod.
Is that big, right?
Yeah, no, it's not that big, but it's pretty. They're pretty big.
Harpoon might be even better.
Here, you know what? Just real quick, look at that guy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Edit.
Radio edit.
He's wearing tighty whities. So
It's Alabama. That's great.
Exactly. So yeah,
What do you think he gets for that? Just disturbing the peace?
I don't know, but you saw how high that tank
Yeah.
is? He jumps out of it, and obviously he's wet and just slips and boom.
Oh man.
But he's still up. The cops come up, walk up, handcuff him, and then he snaps out of it. That is a bad day right there.
Cops must hate arresting naked people, right? That's gonna be the worst.
I would. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Well,
I
it
agree.
depends on.
Yeah.
Could be good.
how
Could be bad.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes, let me rephrase.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's hit on yours real quick.
Okay.
How disappointed were you in the Epstein list this week? Because it was a major dud.
I'm still waiting.
That can't be it.
It's absolute letdown.
Oh,
What was that podcast you sent? Was amazing.
I told you it's the best podcast I've seen on the whole Epstein.
Yeah.
the one with you guys and Michaela?
Not that one.
No, that was second best.
That was
Okay,
definitely.
all right. I'm saying you guys did a show on
We
this.
we only got halfway through.
Yeah, we couldn't
actually.
even get into the whole.
Why? What happened? Just Batch distract you with his jokes?
It was just there's a lot.
Serious topics?
No, because I couldn't believe this. Because I was like, I hadn't heard any of this stuff, right? And I'm listening to it. I'm like, there's no way that's true.
How have you not heard that?
Well, no, like
No.
Like the depth of
Yeah.
it and the internet.
Oh, okay. When you go to like,
It's like listen, it's more confusing than you guys talking about your family. There's just layer after layer and connectivity. It's just
I
crazy.
sent
Got
these
it.
guys a podcast with Whitney Webb. She wrote a book on Epstein.
I know her. Yes.
She does not look like she'd be fun.
Maybe you never know.
No. You don't want to get stuck in that web.
No way. She looks like she likes oatmeal raisin cookies.
I don't know. She's
And she wants to know who ate her last one.
I think she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
vegan. What do you think?
Oh, yeah,
Vegan,
definitely
or no
vegan.
All right, the list came out. It's all the same names
like
we already
probably
know.
looks- probably looks
It
oatmeal.
was tremendously disappointing.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, Dershowitz, we know.
Everyone knows.
Stephen Hawking, I don't know how or why, but fine. It was just all the same thing.
Yeah, but see what
There is a real list out there, and that wasn't it.
But after listening to this podcast, what I've taken away is that the reason they were on that island, the sex stuff came after. It was basically they used that as the blackmail. It seems like.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Everyone, all the intelligence, the Russians still do it.
I mean, I don't.
We still do it. The Israelis do it. The Israelis were doing it. I don't even know who Epstein worked for. I assume it's the CIA. But if you look at some of the names on the deeper version of lists, I think there's 2 or 3 different Israeli prime ministers on there.
Maxwell's was
her dad
tied into the Mossad, right?
No, her dad I think was MI5. He was British intelligence.
Yes, but also had relations.
I'm saying it's so crazy. It's like whoever runs the world runs these people.
Right.
I don't get the Stephen Hawking. Like, what's the angle there?
And according to certain people we know.
So I listened to Eric Weinstein, who's a physicist. He's super, like, one of the world's smartest guys. You don't like him?
These people bore me so much.
Eric Weinstein?
They're so wordy.
With their science?
I'm a simple Dunkin' Donuts, speak plain English kind of guy. I don't need fucking...
Really? You listen to Kenyan news?
So what Weinstein said, so Weinstein happened to, I don't know how he was privy to this information, but the stuff that he was talking, that Epstein was asking Stephen Hawking about was all this certain specific area of physics, which was all related to high-end new age weaponry for weapons development, stuff like that.
So they sent in a teenager to frame him.
So Weinstein
was it like a handicapped teenager?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Weinstein also, I don't know
how dark this goes.
So Weinstein said that when you went into Epstein's house, he found this to be really weird.
Why, he'd been there?
Tablecloth.
Whoa. Weinstein has been there?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Stephen Hawking. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Weinstein was, I don't know how he's tied into Hawking and this whole thing.
Okay. So what you're talking about is Weinstein in Epstein's house.
Right. So
not a great look for Weinstein at the moment. Go on.
Oh, no, he talked about it.
It's terrible.
He said he was not a big fan, right? But he said that his tablecloth was an American flag.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Which was interesting.
Hell yeah.
That's like your bathing suit.
It's like my bedspread, yeah.
He kind of got into like, what's the meaning of why would he use an American flag as a tablecloth, like a thing of disrespect, or he's above and
this is why I don't like Weinstein. He says yapping too much.
Well, whatever,
Go on.
right? I don't know.
He's a deep thinker.
He is a little too deep sometimes. I get what you're saying, but
who's the other guy? Who's the guy? Sam. There's a guy Sam.
Sam Harris.
Oh my god! I tried watching it after your recommendation, and I said, "Oh my god, I hate this. I would rather listen to anything than listen to this."
But Sam Harris,
incredibly smart guy. He's a billion times smarter than me.
Until Trump destroyed him.
Oh yeah, he's terrible.
He's actually lost his mind because of Trump.
He's the one vaccine dude too.
Yeah, he's a vaccine lunatic. Yeah.
Oh yes.
He wouldn't talk to
pro-vaccine?
Yeah, pro-vaccine. He's got the memo.
Well, so you've come around on him at least?
On who?
Sam Harris. That he's just a super bore.
Sam Harris is a complete lunatic these days when it comes to once he
forget about that. I'm saying he's a bore.
Well, he's not born
like from South Africa.
Certain things, but.
Also, speaking of that, South Africa's in big trouble. They are going down.
Were they running out of water again?
Yeah, they are. Actually, no, they're running out of everything. It's completely lawless. We talked about Haiti. Yeah. Are you done there? Sorry, he just sent me.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much.
Go on.
I am deep into world news at the moment. But in South Africa, you had Mandela, who was amazing. It's incredible the place didn't just burn that very moment. Whenever you get a switch from one minority to the majority, it's always violent and terrible. The people in charge of South Africa now, they're awful people. They're terrible racists. They're doing the same thing that happened in Zimbabwe. We're just like, if you're a white farmer, we're going to make laws that you have to give up your land. And at some point, they're just going to go in and kill you. And if you're a white farmer, the Boer crew, they're all armed to the teeth, and they're fighting like a mini civil war. Like it's bad. But now anything, the copper and the lines, the electrical, looted, digging it up. Any food trucks coming in, any cash trucks going into the big cities, they get completely looted before they even get there. Roadblocks, it's wild. I watch these videos all day long.
Wait, who's in charge?
They have a president, but the guy is...
But is it like a combination of...
There's no more white folks in there. It's not that it's a black-white thing. It's just, again, Mandela was black.
It is
but he was a historic, awesome figure that was able to keep it together. These are low-rent, exactly like Zimbabwe with Robert Mugabe. Terrible guy comes in, just like, we're just going to kill the white people and take their stuff. That's what's happening now in South Africa. So that country was once probably the most powerful country in Africa at one point.
I think they had nukes at one point.
They had a weapons program.
Yeah.
But between them and probably Egypt, and now it's just gone, lawless. So,
Wow.
all you said was Boers. How deep are we here?
I didn't realize it was that bad. I knew they were
No, it's
trouble.
I meant to talk about it because we talk about Haiti, how it's completely gone.
Yeah.
Haiti, South Africa's heading that way. It's getting close.
See, I'm surprised because usually warlords are great at running things.
Is who?
Warlords are great at running things.
Well, Haiti. Yeah, we'll see. The warlord hasn't completely taken charge in Haiti yet, but he's getting close. Oh,
No, but I mean in Africa.
the
it's like
crocodile.
yeah.
In Africa,
the strong man, you know?
what was Zimbabwe called before?
I don't know. You're gonna make me think too much.
All right, sorry. How deep are we?
Oh, it was
It was named after the white British guy.
Sunderland or something?
No, but that's sweet. That's something.
Yeah.
It's shit. How far are we into this show, Batch? I'm
Right down in the corner
Oh,
there.
50 minutes. All right,
know.
we'll go another 8 or 9 minutes.
All right. We're going to talk about the Miami thing.
Rhodesia,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
named after Cecil Rhodes. Also, the Rhodes Scholarship, named after Cecil Rhodes.
Oh.
That's me showing off how much
Cecil
I
Rhodes
know.
getting a lot of love in this program.
Isn't Rhodesia when your cheeks turn red?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's Croatia.
Rosacea.
Rosacea. That was another
You just
country.
control that in Croatia.
If you want to learn a language, you can listen to the Rosacea song.
Yeah, it's somewhere between Croatia and
All right, we
Rhodesia.
like to keep these under an hour, but we might not be able to here.
I do have a prediction for you. The COVID vaccine will be deemed illegal in 2024. I think that
It already is outlawed in Florida, is it not? Or is that recommended?
Florida has just come out and said, hey, look, like you have to stop doing
Well, they're advising, right? They're not actual.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many
I'm saying the way you're saying it
die before you
is-
do something about it, but
I agree with you 100%.
I saw a Malacca driving around in his car today.
Malacca,
With
nice.
a mask on.
I like the word Malaga.
I'm
Awesome
like,
word.
people are still doing this. If you want to walk around the supermarket,
Paskata.
if you want to walk around the supermarket with a mask on, fine. But the solo guy in the car with the mask on, come on.
Yeah. There were a lot of
Those
people
people are just insane.
There were a lot of people in the poker room last night who had the mask on and then they have it just dangling halfway off their mouth, and that's even stupider.
Yeah,
I don't know, like
chin
a half
diaper,
bit.
the chin diaper.
It's just what are you doing? Why?
I don't know.
It's bizarre.
It is bizarre, but I think that it's going to be illegal. I think that you're seeing enough carnage around the world. I think the excess deaths are that's
It's
the
wild.
statistics on excess deaths, which our news has not said anything about, but the numbers are staggering. The numbers are disgusting. No one's doing anything about it.
You should put that in Lowell live feed.
Yeah, sure. Imagine all the clowns. Like, so I got tossed off of there for questioning the vaccine, right?
Martyr. He's a martyr.
I had to be sucked, whatever. I had to do my week or two vacation.
Yes.
Like, I can't post silence.
Did you have to do like community service? Like, you have to go to like a COVID clinic?
You had to bring cops.
What you done?
No,
Bring
but I had,
cops down to the river.
exactly. I had to take all the slings and arrows, though, about, like I'm this anti-vax monster that wants people to get injured.
Have they come up? Has anybody apologized to you?
Zero people have apologized.
You know, it's funny in Lowell.
Even us on our radio show. I think we were the only show going. Teddy was with it too, but back then there was not a lot of people
What's funny because in Lowell, like when you
fighting back against COVID. There were very few.
He just said, the current variant does nothing. You're getting vaccinated to cover some variant that doesn't even exist anymore on the planet. It's gone.
like you guys were accused of being, lunatic. You know how it is in Lowell. You get accused of something. Turns out it wasn't true. Nobody apologizes.
Say, our radio show held up pretty strongly. We were pretty early there. It was a lot of people got mad. All right, I got 3 quick stories around the world, real quick. All right, my boys in Myanmar, Burma,
Here we go.
on fire right now. They are taking.
Would they open a bag of chips?
Sell your Dorito stock.
Sell Dorito stock, buy Burma, Myanmar stock. They
Palladium.
just took a big city.
Palladium.
2,500 soldiers from the junta surrendered. 6 brigadier generals surrendered all their weapons. The junta's only got about 50,000 to start with. They are going down. My prediction this year, the Myanmar rebels take back the country completely. And this is an actual revolution that started with the bottom, with people that were oppressed, farmers actually fight back the old-fashioned way. They do it in movies. Go on, Myanmar. We're rooting for you. There's that. 30 seconds on Ukraine. From 1 year to the next, January 1st, Russia is constantly attacking. They're constantly pushing forward. Ukraine was supposed to have their counteroffensive. It was an absolute dud. They did nowhere. It's a deeper conversation we won't have right now. But just scoreboard-wise, Russia attacks every day. From 1 year to the next, Russia added this much land in this war, 0.01%. An entire war, 200,000 dead Russians from January to January. They lost 200,000 troops, countless amounts of...
Call it a draw. Let's move on.
But at this point, that's amazing. Just, I'm not saying Ukraine won the war, but Russia is losing badly. There you go.
Just draw. Just
there you
call it a draw and move on.
I got one more world
Keep
story.
what you have.
You know what? Screw the last world story. You got any other big predictions you want to make before I move on?
For investing, what are we talking?
Anything.
Business?
This is a prediction show. You said.
Invest in AI stocks until some sort of something's going to go haywire, right?
Disaster.
Something's going bad. So just, I guess, have your finger on the trigger, ready to go the other way. If you have some,
You're
sort
going
of
that
AI.
way. What about the other way? Bullets and mattresses and water.
Well, that's coming up too. But again, I would always buy gold. I think that buying gold's a good move.
So stay gold.
Stay gold, maybe. I think I would bet against the U.S. dollar. I would short the dollar.
My last two predictions: Karen Kinsella wins the.
Oh, really? She beats Sakari?
Yeah.
That's a great prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. I just like the fact that you're making it.
Yeah, very. And then the other one
like
is
Sakari.
all the incumbents in those in the state reps and all. Everybody gets in. There's no challenges. Nothing changes.
Yeah, you think Vanna Howard?
Yeah.
She's looking like she might get a...
Anybody that runs will win.
Who wins, Vanna Howard or Dave Nagel? Rematch. That's a good rematch.
Oh.
That's a good
Are you hearing that might happen?
No, I'm not hearing anything. He's paid his debt to society. He's back in the neighborhood. He was very productive and a good state rep.
I think
I'd love to see him back. I'd love to see him back.
I think she'll win because I think that the machine has decided to back.
Nobody returned. She is very pro the ADUs, and if you were that, Belvedere is not a fan of that.
Yeah, but she hasn't done anything. She hasn't done anything to.
She's been
Maybe behind closed
right. She's not bad. Like she's fine.
She hasn't done anything wrong. Like she hasn't done anything. There's no reason not to.
Right. There's no super big.
That really wasn't her fault, but maybe she took her spanking behind closed doors.
My last international.
I don't know. Personally,
China Watch. I told you we're doing China Watch this year.
China, Taiwan,
one of their
baby.
largest shadow banks. China has a banking system that's regulated by the Chinese communist. But then they have a shadow one that's
regulated in quotation
Yes,
marks.
and then they have a shadow banking system.
Yes.
I think their largest shadow bank just declared bankruptcy.
the Bank of Panda.
They got a couple of years ago, 140 billion. And again, they just went under because all their exposure to commercial real estate.
Yeah.
You look at China's debt; it doesn't look that much compared to GDP. The more I dig and look, it's out there. They have
What goddamn
hidden
people?
debt. Huh?
Goddamn people. What?
Oh yeah.
But the U.S. is like 106, 110% debt to GDP. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. We owe 33 billion. Our GDP is 30. China's is low. It's like 24, 25%. You're like, oh, they're in way better shape. They have all their debt is hidden in local hidden debt. So your governments and your locales all owe that money that we count on ours. It's all hidden in China. Tack that on, and it's another like 78% of their debt, like another 13 trillion. So either way, China has some big issues. Their banking system's going to collapse. They're going to have to bail out their local governments, which is where they hide their debt. Then all their stocks take a hit, and China goes down.
But don't you think that makes it a little more likely that this is the year they go after Taiwan?
It's one or the other because China has peaked. Everyone China. I say it. Russia was a paper tiger, not nearly as powerful as everyone thought. People still think that. I think by now they realize China is not as powerful and as even with the U.S. as people think. Not even close. A report just came out 2 hours ago from Bloomberg that their military, we talked about them purging people recently. They purged their entire missile systems. They went in and checked it. A ton of their missiles, the silos don't even work. The lids don't work. You can't fire them. The missiles had water instead of fuel because they were stealing it because they were corrupt. China is
Well, yeah, because anything you see stamped made in China.
right. So I won't get too deep. We'll save it for another day. China is not nearly as powerful as people thought. Russia is not. I told you that. You're seeing it.
They make
You're going
great
to see the
cell
same with
phones, though.
China. But they get what'd you say?
They make great cell phones.
Yeah, they're good at spying on you.
That's all right.
But China's going down. A lot of times when countries go down, they do lash out and
Yeah, that's
go
what
to
I'm worried
war.
about.
Right. So to be determined. But we're going late.
I
So
want to tie one on.
let's see. How much time we got? Oh, if I end the show in the next 5 seconds, it'll be under an hour. You guys good?
Yeah, I'll talk about my crowd control. I want to bring back the fire hoses. We can talk about that next time.
No, not where. Now we got another. Now it doesn't matter. We can
No,
go
we'll talk
5
about it
more.
next time.
We have a very important story I missed.
What?
Some aliens invaded a mall in Miami,
They weren't aliens. They were legal.
and people are watching this saying, "What are you talking about?"
Yes.
If you look online a few nights ago in Miami, there is a massive police presence. I mean,
All the police.
massive. Every cop in Florida was at this mall.
Yeah.
There are eyewitnesses who claim that there were 8 to 10 foot aliens walking through the mall. So, this is not a joke. Like, people are saying this. Everyone's like, oh, you're nuts. The original call was for gunshots. Well, I guess what originally happened was people were fighting. Kids were fighting with sticks, okay? So kids are fighting with sticks. You're not going to get that many cops.
A stick fight.
A stick fight. Old-fashioned, like the Bartlett. Love a good stick fight. Honestly, a stick fight, getting a good block is almost as good as a good hit. Like,
Well, we're bringing it back.
you are. You're,
Go ahead, Ninja.
sorry.
Carry on, Ninja.
I'm saying, he's going to get you and you block it. That's just as good as
You
the
can't.
knockout.
First of all, you can't load up with a stick. That's dangerous business because then you're ripe to get smoked.
It's true.
Defense. All right, sorry.
Remember that ringing in your hands, though, when that would happen?
Come on.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
vibrates.
Someone who
Yeah.
knows what they're doing is going to jab you right in the face, dude.
Well, they didn't know what they were doing.
While you're cocking back your stick, you're going to take a stick to
You can't stick him.
right to the face.
I was like the
can't
Lawrence
have a
Taylor
two-
of stick fights. The bar. It's all defense. Defensive player of the year.
You need a smaller stick than a broom handle. It's got to be smaller.
No, little sticks is now you're
Pride
like,
in your stick.
you need a little quick ones. You know what I
It's
mean?
got to be somewhere in the middle.
I need a big.
No, it's too. You're open. Your middle's open too much with that.
Yeah.
So 8 to 10 foot aliens were walking through the mall. The kids are stick fighting, and then there was gunshots. So that's why they say, okay, there was a call
There
about
were
gunshots
fireworks, though.
in the mall. That's why you had the police presence. There are, I don't know how believable they are, a couple eyewitnesses who say, no, there were aliens in the mall, and the people in the mall were shooting at the aliens, literally shooting at them in the mall.
There were Black Hawk helicopters.
All the power in that area,
yeah.
guess what? All the power in that area got cut. There were black helicopters in the sky. Miami International Airport shut down. No flights were allowed. So you have some weird things going on in Miami.
Michaela was telling me about
Jimmy
this.
Mo, for the record, is not an alien guy.
Yeah.
He's on this beat. Just know, we might have to bring him in as an expert witness.
So I was poo pooing it. Michaela was telling me that like no, you have to like you.
she
have to,
likes it.
Oh yeah, she's like you have to.
Yeah,
Read.
she sent us a text though.
Oh,
But I'm like, I just thought it was just like
I'm in
another.
love.
I just thought it was another one of these things where the kids go on a rampage.
No, it was. It's weird because if you're the pro
Yeah,
alien,
a rampage to save Earth batch.
Yeah, right.
Why would an alien
Just
invade?
me with the stick.
Thank God so many Americans are armed. God bless the Second Amendment.
Wouldn't there be like? Is there?
It's right, Florida.
So where's all the cell phone footage of these aliens? Running through the mall?
Exactly. I'm not buying it completely. I'm just not dismissing it completely.
Well, the cell phone's working though.
Yes. But again, you'll see there's footage of some guy in a high rise looking down at all the cameras. All the cop cars, which is.
Yeah, I saw that.
It truly is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there's like a shadow looking thing. They're like, that's it.
Yeah.
But then there's another camera angle that shows it. It's just two cops walking side by side.
Yeah.
So it's not. And right, same thing. You're talking about the cell phone camera, right?
Yeah.
It's a mall. Every store and every walkway has a camera.
Somebody would have that, or they'd be, or you'd hear that
Yes.
their cell phones were working.
It's just a good story because why would they ground all the flights and cut the, you know what I mean? There's a weirdness to it.
So that's what.
And then there's,
That's what's weird.
it is weird.
Although, did you see the one that happened in was it Chicago? But the kids went on the rampage. Like just they were looting, they were running down the street, jumping on cars. Like
Chicago sounds about right.
Yeah.
yeah, it was it Chicago? Well, whatever. But you know, in the fall and in the summer, it was happening a lot. Like big groups of kids,
Yeah.
they'd all meet up and they just go on a rampage. So I could see if that was going on, that you'd have a huge police response and you'd cut the power.
Oh, yep.
Just to kind of.
Although that would maybe help them, right?
Well, if there's no lights.
Same. Typically, when the lights go out, people just go loot because of that.
Right, but if they can't see, I don't know. But they get that the air, you can't see what you're looting.
I got it.
But the planes, that doesn't make sense.
No.
But here's what I was thinking though.
Go ahead.
So in Germany, right? Which, all right, it's probably not the best country to use it in Germany, but in Europe, they still use the fire hoses.
On people?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get to like Eastern Europe,
Yeah.
like Poland around them, they will blast
Peaceful
you.
protesters. Yeah.
And now
Balkans love a good fire hose.
I understand that in the 60s they were used,
Yes.
you know,
Not great.
not great. Peaceful protests,
Not good.
not violent, and those things can kill somebody.
Right. But if you see an Antifa guy getting blasted by a fire hose, it makes you happy.
Well, but here's the thing: like a lot of these,
Big clap.
But these teenagers, but think about you. Like you have teenagers. Think of how they're kind of pussies now, right? And like they love their phones and everything. And like, can you imagine spraying a teenager with water? They'd get pissed. They'd ruin their phone.
Traumatized for life.
They would be, because they've never had any kind of discipline. So if you have a bunch of rampaging teenagers and you throw a fire hose on them, they are going to go home and cry. They're never going to riot again.
All right.
That's what I think we should do.
Did we end it on that? That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent. I don't think I missed anything here. Oh, real quick. Iowa is going to happen before we come back, the Republican primary.
No. Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's, what's today's date? Oh, by the way, today is January 6th. I have to play this before we go. Give your thoughts. Who's going to win Iowa? How much does Trump win by, essentially? And who comes in second? Go ahead. We'll start with you.
DeSantis is going to come in second. And
You think he'll beat Haley?
yes, I am.
Don't be so insulted that I even asked the question.
Enough with this Nikki Haley.
Yeah, but her commercial's not funny though.
And all she does is say, "I will stop China." Like just like
I will call for.
I don't do communism, and I'll stop China.
Yeehaw!
Yay!
Where
She has nothing to say.
She's from South Carolina.
By the way,
all right.
when's the last time? Do you know where she stands on various different domestic topics as far as politics is concerned?
I don't listen to anything she says.
She doesn't say anything. Like, go ahead, find her. Like, does she have any long form conversations with anybody? Nothing. There's nothing there.
I think it's a Trump.
Yeah, she's just a machine. You know.
Yes.
Put up there, and let's see if we can sneak her in the back door.
But so many people hate Trump. I'm not a fan, but they're going to pick someone eventually. It's got to be DeSantis. If DeSantis comes in third in Iowa, he's done. If he comes in a decent second and then he can roll it into New Hampshire, if DeSantis gets momentum like that, he at least has a 1 in 20 shot of beating Trump. Haley's got no shot.
They haven't run anybody out
DeSantis
there.
is a dud. No, he just.
So do you believe that the polling that theoretically Trump is that far ahead?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm just curious about it because
For sure.
I've heard that the polling is kind of suspect.
The polling is in the primaries is typically Trump's people hate the polls and they hate the media. So he actually does better than the polls say in the primaries. General elections a little bit different. I was wondering why there was a huge party and celebrations happening at the Athenian tonight. January 6th. All right, ready? This is,
Not bad.
we're ending on this. This is MSNBC today.
Oh God.
3-year reunion, okay? This host is interviewing a guy that's just like a DC cop. And by the way, January 6th, I think, was awful and embarrassing, and I do not like Trump because of it. There was definitely some FBI involvement. We won't get into it.
Yeah.
But it's bad. It was bad. It was not good.
It was an unruly protest.
Awful, okay? So now, this MSNBC host is about to interview a cop. Right from the bat, right off the get-go here. You ready?
Yeah.
This is a journalist. 3 years later.
I'm going to try to get through this. Thank you for what you did 3 years ago today.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I don't care how pro-Democrats you are. I would say, you get the fuck out of here. You are a journalist and you're crying 3 years later? Oh, my God. We promise you, we will never cry on January 6th.
So,
there.
I get it, whatever. But so I was at work and people came in the office like, oh, they're protesting in Washington, and they had it on the TV. I walked in, I was laughing. Like
When they
like,
were in or out,
well, it was kind of like the whole
it
thing.
was disgraceful, like a horrible, like an.
It was,
what if they
You know,
know?
when they went in, you know, like, oh shit, they got this is gonna.
But
be
it
nuts.
didn't.
It is.
I didn't
It's
feel
bad.
like the government was crumbling. I just felt like look at these yahoos.
No one did.
That's the thing, right? Was democracy
Insurrection is
danger?
the-
Shut up! It was not. There was no danger to democracy.
No,
you
it
know?
was dogs chasing a car, and then they caught the car, and they go, "All right, what do we do now?
Yeah, it was.
Let's just take some pictures, I suppose."
Yeah,
it was
selfie time.
It was silliness.
It is funny though. They call it an insurrection.
It's like,
And anything storming the Capitol, you should go to jail. Not for 20 years, but maybe 6 months is fair.
Yeah.
But when you see the videos of the insurrection and all the people are walking through like the actual line,
They're very orderly.
they're trying to be nice.
I know they didn't even go out of the thing.
right? Like, hey man,
I don't know.
Wait,
It's,
I know. I love that. They were trying to hang Mike Pence. It's like, no one was trying to hang Mike Pence. Like,
It's kind of.
stop.
It's
You know?
just.
Enough. No weapons. You're gonna do a coup d'état with 0 weapons. Just gonna show up and
I don't know. Some of those
Walk
FBI
around.
agents probably were.
yeah, they were probably trying to get someone to give it a whirl.
Hey, can you hold this for me real quick?
yeah.
But there's no like. It's hard to find like an actual, like what actually like an unfiltered kind of unbiased, like
Opinion,
evaluation.
or I will give you one. I try to be.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like if you watch like on
On news, no chance. No
like, or
chance.
like there's no like some people they talk about it like it was like just traumatized. I was like I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not a Trump guy. I wasn't traumatized by that. I was just
You
like
understand in a year from now, January 6th, it's not impossible that Trump wins a close race and the Democrats think they got screwed and then they storm the Capitol and do the exact same thing. And then the media would blame Donald Trump for starting this in the first place.
the only time I ever
That
felt
is
like,
not impossible.
the only time I ever felt like wow things could get really like gnarly in the country was
Things are going to get very gnarly.
the LA riots because they were rioting across the country. That's like things could get bad.
Just a picture of what's going to happen this year.
That's the last time I was like, yeah, this
Shop in Seattle.
gonna have-
took over a section.
Nah, but that was Seattle.
Oh, yeah, no, George Floyd was way worse than LA riots. LA riots was bad.
No, but the LA riots, you remember, like that. It wasn't just LA; it spread. Like,
George Floyd riots were everywhere. That was the
They
craziest.
weren't as bad as the LA one.
Oh, my God. Have you seen Minnesota?
Are we talking about the Rodney King LA?
Yeah.
Which one are we talking
No,
about?
listen. That was
Rodney King-
obviously major city, crazy, big deal. Absolutely, I'm not
That was
downplaying
like
it.
a 1 or 2
George
day
Floyd,
thing, though, right?
they destroyed Minnesota. We saw what happened to Seattle. All these cities.
Yeah, but those cities were already well.
You know what? One city, the Rodney King LA is bigger. Collectively, George Floyd was way, way, way
See,
bigger.
but you forget, like it spread to like Miami. It spread to.
But it wasn't like 2020 George Floyd ones. That was wild.
Now the Rodney King one though. If they had gone up the hill, that's when they could have caused some change.
Up the Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
I would have had no problem. Like, just let's go. Let's finish this up.
Instead of going after the Koreans, they should have went after the.
Rooftop Koreans. They sell shirts. You ever see them?
No.
I saw someone wearing one day. It was a dude on a roof, and it just said "Rooftop Koreans."
That's fucking awesome.
I am white. I don't think I can buy it.
AK-47 or no AK-47?
We should get him that for his
AK-47.
birthday.
That wouldn't be bad.
That'd be a great shirt.
Rooftop Korean shirt.
I like it.
I can see you rocking a rooftop Korean shirt.
All right, yeah, we got other things to talk about, but that's it
All
for
right.
one show.
Yeah.
You guys good?
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you for tuning in. See you all soon enough. Bye.
All right.